Alright, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone that terminus truth that will well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya. And people are feeling it. Alright? People are feeling it. Stores are feeling it. Businesses. Right? Jobs. You know, as you can see here, this is Target. Putting up a note on the windows, right, stating our store is taking steps to conserve energy today by temporarily reducing lighting and air conditioning. I think Walmart did that as well. But it seems like they can't pay their bills due to these, tariffs or whatever. And one guy, he does construction. He just lost his job and his home due to the tariffs because they deal with like working with steel, aluminum, certain metals that, comes from other places, other countries. So the disruption is in effect. All right. As a matter of fact, and the guy I'm talking about is down here. I'm not gonna play it. But the lady up top, up here, she was going into how people are losing it. But before that, I want to get this scripture real quick. The book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Meaning, like neighbors against neighbors, civilians against civilians in the same areas, due to the lack of, food, necessities, commodities, losing their jobs, homes. When people, lose everything, they lose it. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we're seeing that. You're seeing, even with China, with the 34%, retaliation, and now Trump is hitting up with a 50%. So these are tariff wars. We're in a time of wars. With all these different countries, with their retaliations. You got nuclear wars. You got civil war. You have economic wars. Right now we're seeing a economic war. Matter of fact, real quick, before I play that video, I want to get another precept in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, and verse, because these are the uproars of the people. You got protests happening everywhere, like I said in my last video. So it's gonna get ugly. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right. This 2nd Esdras 13, and let's start at 30. It says, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So the Lord spoke about wars and rumors of wars, neighbors against neighbors, city against, we're hearing about cities against cities, one realm against another. When the angels come, they're going to even try to use their technology, these elites, to fight against that. But that's why we speak about Jacob's troubles. The troubles for Jacob, the forefathers of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the biblical Israelites. All right? And the main ones that's feeling it so far right now is really you women. Single women, children, losing their benefits and all that. So, I'm going to play this real quick.
Question to ask y'all. Are y'all not scared? Are y'all not scared? Some of y'all go home and y'all wearing y'all nursing uniforms, y'all police uniforms, y'all construction uniforms. Y'all be coming in with your nice cars and your nice designer purses and your nice jewelry. Do you know a lot of people are losing their jobs? Do you know people cannot afford life? Do you know right now is the what? the 6th, and somebody did not pay their rent yet? Y'all flexing on the internet. Y'all telling people how much money y'all make and this and this and that. Right now, people are starting to think about robbing. Did you know that? Some people don't have it up there. They like, dang, like they going through it. They like, dang, I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. Some people don't even think about long-term gratification. They're not thinking like, okay, if I keep working, I'm gonna get some money. No, some people want the money now. And the way Trump is firing everybody and everybody is going through a lot of stress. What's that song? If my stomach start growling and my heat start working, I'ma rob me a person. People do that. Please be careful. And I'm talking to my women. Like, right now is the time to just pray and stay to yourself. Yeah, I know y'all want to date.
But who you praying to? Who you praying to? You know? Because Jesus ain't going to save you. Allah ain't going to save you. Buddha's not going to save you. Right? And you have a lot of Jakes going into these different, you know, they're not going into Targets. They're not going into Walmarts anymore. They're not going into, what is it? You know, other places. I think they like talking about boycotting it or whatever. You know. But, hey, these things was written of, man. You know. As a matter of fact, Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. And the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know? Well, pray to the Lord. In his true name, Yahweh. Alright? Meaning he exists in the Hebrew. And his son's name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the deliverer. That's what he's coming back for. You know, he said his servants is going to eat. You know, while everybody's, you know, panicking and doing all that. You know? And now, you know, there was another clip where this guy, where basically going into how they checking people's phones now for certain information. I'm going to let you hear it, but before I get there, I'm going to read the scripture. 2 Ezra 15 and 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Check it.
It was time to learn something new. Did you know that you can be denied entry back into the United States if you have anti-government propaganda on your phone? Did you know that? Like, they could actually check your phone at customs.
And I know this to be true because there's plenty of people that, you know, went through this and there was actual recordings of it. So, yeah.
See if you have, like, anti-presidential post or anything like that. And if they find these things, they actually prosecute you and or deny you entry back into the United States. Crazy, right? On top of that, Mexico is now making it mandatory, whereas if you want to go to Mexico, in order to get into the country, now you have to purchase a visa directly from Mexico. Your passport ain't good enough anymore. So if you have a United States passport, they are putting everybody through the ringer. I'm talking about like these lines now are like 800 people deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm being generous. So, you know, before you make those travel arrangements, make sure that you check the requirements to get into that country, because now every country, like, yo, like they standing on business.
Hey, man, I want to get another precept. I just wanted to bring this out real quick. In the book of, because this is sudden fear, right? Salakia. And it's happening suddenly, but the people don't understand why it's happening. They just think it's just Trump. They just think it's the Lord. The scripture said in Proverbs 21 that the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. This is prophecy, was written of. You know? That's why we say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. You know? We know he's near because everything he said it's coming to pass, it's coming to pass. Proverbs 3:25, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. You know, a lot of people, they can't even pay their, they're starting to see, like primarily LA, their gas prices are now going up a little bit. Some people are going to choose, either you're going to pay your rent or your car. You're going to pay your rent or you're going to or go grocery shopping. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 40. It says, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims on the earth. And what's a pilgrim? A pilgrim is someone who wanders, a traveler. And just like our forefathers used to always travel. Country to country moving. Right? We maybe have to be on the run soon. Due to the, persecutions and all that. Because we speak the truth. We speak against this corporation. That's what this place is, a corporation, and it's crumbling. You see it. This ain't our resting place. And Jake is slowly but surely feeling it. And that's what's going to show you who's going to, through their panic, going to trust in the Lord, trust in these words, or end up taking that new digital currency, because that's what it all boils down to. All right? What they talking about, that great reset, things are about to reset. So, since I quoted it, final verse, sometimes I like finishing off with this, because it's a warning. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 6, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. You still got the internet. You still, brothers are still preaching in the streets towards, crying out to our people. We still have that liberty to do that. Right? But what Amos spoke about, the famine of the word. Right? Call ye upon him while he is near, in his true name. See? You got to believe in it. Because that was our language. That's what Paul spoke to Yahushua. Yahushua spoke Hebrew to Paul, to Moses, going all through. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.